What's up, Legions? We have another Legion Go video. In today's video, Ben is going to be unboxing the Legion Go for the first time. He's going to be giving us his first impression about this device and what it looks like. He's also going to be showcasing some FPS mode gameplay here, and he's also going to be showcasing some Legion space and also the custom TDP stuff. So if that's something you guys were interested in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, for we have more Legion Go videos coming your way. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Till next time. Peace out.
Not a final product, and one of the biggest things that will change with this is the actual finish. So I think it looks pretty cool as is, but just know that the finishes on the controllers and even like the screen, there's some things that will change prior, but this gives you a sense of what it'll look like and feel like and that sort of thing. So let's do the full cam here. This is what it looks like here, and shout out to Mark for hooking us up here with this. You see the two glowing RGB controllers. Looks pretty huge. There's a lot of cool details on this controller we'll go through here. One I love is that the power button is actually a Legion logo. It's a little tough to tell, but see how it's got those little cuts in there like the Legion O? That's just a little cool attention to detail, I thought. Vents are right there. It's got a USB-C, headphones, and a slot for more memory, or why am I blanking? Micro SD card, right? That goes in there. If you want to add more storage. And there's one more USB-C down here as well. And I'm pretty sure you can charge through either of these, or I imagine the dock goes in one of those too. I was charging it both ways, so you can kind of flex it around as you'd like to. Are we doing a giveaway on this game deck? So we will be giving away these. My goal is actually, I would like to give away 2 of these a month, potentially in the US community. Stay tuned. Also, I'm trying to get Canada in there, so stay tuned on that too. But it's not quite available yet, so one thing I wanted to mention, for those of you who are in North America, you can sign up to get notified on email when it's available. This is like a very, very first look that I'm doing with you guys right now. So I don't think anybody has a final version yet, but you can at least get the preview of it now. This is the Spaces app. Look at that cool animation starting up here. I'll try and show how it breaks apart too. This might be easier. Oh, one more thing with the case. If I go back over to this screen. So I took it out of here already, but underneath the case you have this, which we'll touch on in a second, but this is what lets you do the FPS mode with the mouse. It sits right under there. I think there's also a slot for, I forget, somebody told me what that was for, I forget what that's for, but there's something else you can put right here if you want to as well. Oh, I think it's for extra stick, what are these called? The thumb pads that go right here if you have an extra one and want to swap those out. So that's what it looks like in the case. This is the unit itself plus the actual FPS thing. So I'll try and show how it comes apart there. On the back here, again, I'm gonna swap between these two cameras because my main camera is a little bit better here. I'll show you the back of the device as well. Yeah. Again, ignore like the sticker in the back. That's just engineering stuff that lets us know which model it is. But you can see the different buttons on the back of the controllers, as well as the fan vents and some of the other things on the side of the controller. These back here are what you actually use to disconnect if you want to do that. Oh, plus the kickstand comes all the way out. Again, one thing I didn't see a lot of coverage on videos is that this kickstand is actually pretty interesting. It's not just like one angle you can use. You can use it for any angle, and all of these are stable. So if I go back over to this view, I can lay it down all the way like this and have it really kind of looking down on top. Or if you want to have it really tall, you can do it like that too, and it stands all those way, which is pretty cool. Background music's loud. Thank you. Good call out, Rabbit. What's up, Aman? Good to see you, Sarge. Hello, hello. I'm trying to say hello to people and also show off the product at the same time. I'm very excited to be back. But yeah, one of the big selling points of this is you can actually take off the controls too, and it's very, very easy. It took me a second to figure out how to do it, but once you do, you just pull that button right back here. Can I show you guys in the bottom camera maybe? And then just drag it down. Drag them both down, they just pop right out. And then you've got your hands-free method right there. And I've not actually tried this yet, but the right one is the one that slots into the controller like this, and then this becomes a mouse you can use. So I'm gonna try that today with Apex in particular and see how it runs. Pretty excited for that. Would have been engineered? True. Yeah, this is our first, can you call it a console? I guess it's a console. It's like a PC and a console. One thing that I thought was a funny kind of marketing angle for this is now you have controller and mouse and keyboard. The debate is over. We just have both of them in the same device. That's the idea. So whatever you want to do, you can do that now. And the way you do it switch it into the mouse mode, by the way. Again, I actually have not tried this yet, so we're trying it live with you. But on the bottom of the right controller, there is a little switch. Just a second to focus for me. Where you can turn the FPS mode on and off. So if I turn that on, this should become a mouse. Oh, look at that. Handle will switch to FPS mode. Can you guys see right here? It's a little hard to read probably, but it tells you kind of how to use it right there. FPS mode is not compatible with handheld mode games. Got it. Look at that. Your mouth is just moving around like that. That's pretty cool. It feels very natural. Also, one thing I heard about this is this will be magnetic in the final product. Right now, it's kind of just floating there. But one of the things that will change with the final is magnetism right there. That's pretty cool. Vertical mice never work out well. True. Maybe that's your feeling, Neo, but how many, handhelds have you seen that have a mouse option? But my point is to try it, okay? We're gonna see how it goes in Apex today. I need to find some FPS game that I could try with it. So we're gonna try Apex and see how it goes. Flight stick capability? Probably, Ritz. Yeah, if you want to do flight sim, things like that, that's probably something you can pretty easily do with that. You can't do both, so you can, the full flight sim experience, but you can at least do one and then control like this with the other one. So that's like common part. That's like one of the big selling pieces of the device. Also, I hear that the RGB is customizable. It's like one zone lighting, so I think they're the same thing at the same time, but you can customize those in the software, which is Legion Spaces. Also, I'll try to show the software the best I can. The software is really interesting on this device because it's kind of like an overlay on everything that you're doing, and you can toggle a lot. Now, again, the software may change and actually will change a lot up until the final, even like the ship day or the day you get it, because they can keep changing software all the way up until you receive it versus the hardware, right, that has to ship at some point. So I've heard the software is going to change a fair amount, but even as it is right now, there's a lot of things you can do with it, which is pretty cool. Hi, Rain of Keys. Welcome back. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to go check out, I think I want to try Apex first. There's a couple demos that are installed on here. I think, what was it, Ghost Runner and God of War is on here. That's the full game, God of War. I did not have a chance, like I said, I want to install Starfield and Lies of P, and we can also try Party Animals if you want to. I have a couple of those things ready. So we'll see here. Is there a keyboard case? A keyboard, like for you mean like a traditional keyboard or just a case for the unit itself? There's a case for it I have right here. It does not come with a keyboard like this, as far as I know. Maybe that'd be a future accessory though. How much is the hard drive size? So there are two options from what I've seen. There is a 500 gigabyte and 1 terabyte option, I believe. Plus you can add extra storage from what I've seen, Ahmed. Let me try to... I'm going to start with Apex, and we'll see how it goes. I played one game, like I said, last night, and it was pretty interesting. So let me get that going here in just a second. Oh, this is the software, by the way. I don't know how all you guys can see this. This is the Legion Spaces software. Plus, this is the Steam software now that you're seeing. So you can kind of choose which one you want to use. I also have Game Pass on here, and it's kind of built into the menus itself. So some of the side buttons you have here, like where you might have your start and select buttons, will open up those side menus. See how those are popping out when I click this button here? It almost like overlays on top of whatever you want to do. And you'll see in a second, you can tweak a lot of the settings while you're in the game, which is pretty cool. Can you replace the hard drive with one with a higher space? The hard drive itself, I'm not actually sure. Ahmed, that's a good question. We should check out some of the AMAs with the engineers to check on that stuff. But I know you can add, your slot in the top here for more storage. Is the volume, by the way, okay for music now? Everything sound okay? Like a Surface keyboard? Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm not sure if that is in the works or not, truthfully. We got Starfield advertised here. But yeah, you can see, let me see if this shows better on my main camera. I need to get better top down too before I get my dock. But this is the software itself, which again is going to change. You can see there's a little bit of weird wording, but you get the platforms there like Xbox and Epic. Steam's already on here. Plus Spaces itself kind of gets you to certain games. It's a little bright in my camera, but I just want to give you the sense of what it looks like. And you can move around in there. And a lot of the buttons on the right and left let you pop back in and out of the software while you're in games, which is pretty cool. What's up, Chocolate? Good to see you. It's a 2230 NVMe from what you heard, so you're restricted by a bit by that form factor. That is probably true. I'm actually not sure off the top of my head. It does have Windows. Yes, Sparks. In fact, one of the things I'm curious about checking is, you mentioned video editing. I would love to see that, like Premiere, things like that, but also OBS. I'm kind of curious if you could use this as a mobile streaming option, maybe, or things like that. Software that aren't games, right? It'd be pretty interesting. What's up, Andrea? Good to see you. Hi, Al. Hi, Yarrow. Welcome back, friends. How we doing? I might zoom in this camera, by the way, because it's kind of far right now from the thing itself. But my intention here is to get Apex going, and we can see how it works out. Okay, so let's try Apex. And it just uses the Steam big picture mode since I installed it on Steam here. It's been a long time. It has. I've been gone 4 months, guys. 4 months. But we're back, and we got a lot of cool stuff planned. We got Legion Go launching. We got Legion 9 launching. I'm hoping to look at both of you guys on stream with some kind of like a first look access on here. Is there an eGPU dock support? I'm actually not sure, Amrit. That was one of the biggest questions I saw and didn't see a clear answer from. Like, that was a community question I saw. I'm not sure if it got routed to the engineers. It may have. I need to go through some of the AMA threads on the community over on EMEA as well as Reddit. I have not had a full chance to do that just yet. Can you not pull this in your capture card? So the weird thing about it, Death, is it has USB-C, right? So I don't have with me like a USB-C to HDMI converter right now. I could do that if I had one. The other thing is I don't have the dock for it just yet. So I will try to do that once I do have the dock. That's the idea. But in the meantime, I can at least zoom in this camera a little bit and show you guys how it runs like that. But I also have my regular tower set up in case you want to see some of the other games that have come out recently. Like, I do have Lies of P installed on my tower, as well as the party animals, and I've not tried Starfield yet. I need to try that. I'm also very excited for the new Cyberpunk update that's coming out. I think it's next week. It'll be pretty cool. Where'd you go, S20? I had a baby, man. I took some parental leave because Lenovo has very good parental leave. And then I am back now. It's my 3rd day back from being out. It's my reflection in there. That's pretty funny. Okay, so this is the thing I wanted to show too. Now, I don't know if this will be the same as it is in production, but let me show you guys the little overlay you get. I hope this is readable. Okay, so you see how you've got performance in terms of like what the battery levels are on the controllers and the host machine, as well as how your CPU and GPU are doing, utilization-wise. You have options for an on-screen display to monitor that stuff, like FPS or advanced. Power mode, very similar to our laptops, right? Where you have performance, balanced, efficiency, and thermal mode. Now, I think the thermal mode options might change prior. Also, Radeon Super Resolution, things like that. So there's a lot of options to control the performance on here. I think you also can control, if you go to the settings, the quick settings, there's more options in here. Like the screen resolution, I hope you can see that. Plus the screen refresh rate, lighting effect, and again, Radeon Super Resolution is in both of those, which is kind of cool. There's also options for console key mapping for gamepad mode. And then also, Windows, can I use a wireless Windows display? That'd be interesting. I need to play around. There's so many things to look around with this device, and I just got it yesterday, so I've not had a chance, but there are some Windows modes that I need to look into. Anyway, here is Apex, back over here. What's up, Thanos? How you doing? Good to see ya. I'm back from my long hiatus. Oh, I keep forgetting I'm in FPS mode. Okay, I need to try that. So I'm gonna keep it down like this, I guess. This may be a little weird to play, but let's pop up the controllers. So you just hit that button and slide them down like that. Boom. And it becomes a little tablet, which is pretty cool. And then you got FPS mode going, just like this. Hold A to skip. Oh, how do I do this when I'm... I'll have to see what the keybinds look like in this game. I tried it like this when I did before, so... changing the controls when I do it each time. I can't tell what the actual keybinds are until I get into the game, though. That's the funny part. It's gonna be one of these buttons. I'll just hold them all down. Or I could go back into non-FPS mode and just get through it. Let's just do that. Then I can see what the menus are looking like. Game keys to channel point redemptions? Yeah, so game key giveaways are also back. Those were on pause while I was gone. You can now get game keys for your channel points. I added a couple of them back that still had some keys available. Apex is one of them, by the way. So if you have not already gotten your Apex keys, make sure you do that quickly. Okay, so this is hold space to skip. See, that's the funny thing about being on this control scheme on a PC is it's like giving you PC options, even though it's a controller. So I'm not sure what the space button equivalent is when I'm in this mode, but once I'm into the menu, you can actually see the keybinds. The chant, no keys here? No, the chant's gone, I believe. What's up, Alfie? How's it going? Need to get some Xbox Game Pass? I have Game Pass. You mean giveaway Game Pass stuff or play Game Pass games? Because I just got Game Pass back up today. I've not actually played it yet. Let me see if I adjust the brightness on here. Let's try tweaking this. Oh, Alfie got the VIP badge. I've been waiting for that one, huh? Man, I love seeing people redeem those after years of grinding. Very cool. All right, Alfie, you are, I think, our 4th VIP? Something like that. Congrats. That's awesome. Very, very cool. No house flipper keys. Oh, so Ahmed, that is another good point. There were a lot of giveaways that happened while I was out. Those have not been set up for channel point giveaways yet, but they probably will be soon. So stay tuned. Ritz, I think that list is not correct. That needs to be updated. I apologize. I added the giveaway types back into the Twitch points. If you just go into the points section, you can see which ones are available. It's like Crossout, Apex, Train Valley 2, Biped, Hypergun Sport, Mad Shot. I think those are the ones we have right now. Oh, sorry. For raffles, yes. I think we still have all the same keys for raffles. Sorry, guys. It's been 4 months. I'm getting back into the swing of things here. So you have to bear with me a little bit. But yeah, let's adjust the lighting of this camera a little bit. I'm going to bring down the brightness of it. And then hopefully that'll make it a little easier to see for you guys. How's that? Is that still... Maybe I just want to move the actual camera itself closer. That's probably going to be a better experience. Let's see. Annoying... I mean, don't mind the shaking right now. There we go. That's a little better for you, probably. Just going to get it set up here. Okay. Like that. Maybe a little bit darker. What do you think? So you can see it very clearly. And again, I apologize. This is kind of just looking through a camera right now at it. I will get a dock for this or, you know, a way to capture it soon. But it's a little weird too because you want to see me using the controller and stuff, right? So this way you can at least see me doing it a little bit. I just have to turn the brightness of the camera down a little bit, but at least you can see what I'm doing here. Hi, Nick. You should change the channel avatar back to the Legion O. Can I do that? Do I have the power? I'm not sure. Yes, there are Apex coins to do as well. Summer, thank you. I mean, I can keep going. You can see the camera here in my my camera now, my webcam. Hopefully it's like kind of visible. I could elevate it too. Maybe that's what I do actually. Put it on the case or something. That might be a better option for us. Even like I could do more than that. Now I'm looking at sort of a weird angle here, but at least you guys can probably see it a little better. Should be legal again, but should ask first. Yeah, I'll see. TBD. Should be legal. How you guys been? Nick, how's it going today? Man, I'm excited to be back to streaming, guys. I miss this a lot, honestly. This is easily one of my favorite things about the job is getting to stream with you guys each week. By the way, different schedule, as you might have seen. I'm starting at noon now on Tuesdays and Thursdays instead of 11. It's 1 hour later, so hopefully it's not that much different for people, but I think Samora had moved her slot up a little bit while I was out, so I'm just moving to be after her most of the time. Okay, so let's see. If I turn back FPS mode on again on the controller here, like so. My mouse is like that. Okay. Let's go into like the practice range. Firing range. This is crazy. I've never played the vertical mouse on anything before, let alone a handheld. I could like zoom the camera in too digitally. I don't know if that's any better. Let's see. If I go zoom, it's a little grainy, but you can see it. The thing is, you can't really see the. Yeah, it's not the best. I need my expensive camera is the one that you guys see my face on. I only have a webcam for this mode. But you can see this is me using it. See, the thing is you can't see me using the controller now, so it's a difficult balance to strike. I will get a dock for it soon, but I at least wanted to show a little bit of how it plays first. Let's zoom that back out really quickly. I think that's probably going to be better to go back out. Enhance! Need to sharpen it. Actually, is there a sharpen control for this? There is. I don't know if that's any better though. Just kind of makes it more grainy. Okay, let's zoom it back out a little bit here. I want you to at least be able to see me using the controller, because that's the whole point. Oh, now it's really bright. Actually, can I just turn the screen brightness down? That might be the best option. How do I go into menus? Is it this? Yeah, settings, video, brightness like that. Apply. A little better. We want to see the controller? Yeah. So like this shows you this. I will get an actual capture card going for this soon, so I apologize for just having a camera view of it right now. It's not ideal for showing it, but at least you can see how it looks and plays. I have it sitting on the case right now, by the way, in case anyone's curious why I'm holding the controllers, but it looks like you've got them under there too. Doing both at the same time. Let's bring it down just a little bit in the brightness, perhaps. It's a little too bright. There we go. Like that. Okay, I feel like you can see that pretty well. I mean, you can see generally what I'm doing, right? Inventory. Okay, so that's... I need to get a feel for the controls here. Oh, there's third-person mode now in Apex? I don't even know. But you can see as I'm moving around the mouse, right? It's moving like that, which is pretty cool. I could also just hold it up in regular mode, and it's probably easier to see that way, too. That's an option. How you doing, Crusader Knight? Okay, so what are my buttons to pick up stuff when I'm in FPS mode? That's the question. Oh, that's my ult. Okay, I gotta figure out what the keybinds are here. That's my tactical, gotcha. I have my shoots, obviously, with these. There's two buttons on the ends here when you're in FPS mode. Let me switch back over to this scene. You can see right here. Those are your mouse buttons, basically, right? So when you're holding it like this. So that's how that works out. It would be cool hooking up to a drone. That's kind of interesting to control it like this. So I gotta figure out what my interact key is. That's the main thing. Now, I don't know if Apex is the kind of game that's meant for this kind of thing. It's just the first thing I thought of when I looked at performance. And there are some really cool things you can do with the overlay on here. So if I switch back to this mode, let's just switch back to regular mode for a sec so I can show you a bit more of controller mode. Because that was working well for me yesterday. I've not actually tested the FPS mode yet in a game. Like this. Let's pop it right back in there. And then you've got your normal mode, which is very intuitive to understand. Because you got all your buttons there, so you can pick up all your stuff. I did win a game with this yesterday. Like that. So if you hit this button up here, that's when you get your overlay to come over here. Well, you can either do that one or the other one right here. And this lets you control stuff while you're in the game. So if you want to change the power mode or throw mode, even the display stuff. Now, I think the display stuff's a little weird to mess with while you're out of the game or while you're in the game, because then it might reload the game to get the full effect. But it's kind of nice that you can control that, like the refresh rate, the resolution. I'm trying to hold this up a little bit for you guys. Lighting effect, as well as the screen display, so you can have like your FPS showing. I'll put it on performance right now. Do a little more power draw and see how that goes. And then we back out of here. Apex again. That's really smooth. It's a little hard to see on the camera because the camera only does 60 FPS, but you can definitely feel the 144 as someone playing a shooter. So that was pretty cool for me to check out last night. This is ours, Frank Falkenstein. This is the Legion. The Legion Go. Just announced, I think, beginning of September, and it's pretty exciting. So we're checking it out for the first time on stream today. I need to maybe I can tilt this a little bit so that you guys can see it and I can still play the game. That's the challenge, but let's go into an actual game, or at least like a LTM or something, so you can see how it actually works like that. I could also try some other games that aren't shooters, which I think most people will probably use them for single player stuff, right? But I like the option of having the FPS mode. So we go back to lobby. How much is it, Alfie? I believe it starts at $6.99, and there's an optional upgrade if you want to double the storage for like $50 more. Okay, let's go. Oh, I can't even do the LTMs. I think because this is a new account that I have on here. So we'll just do the basic. Hopefully you can see it okay. I'll try to hold it up as much as I can here. I could also like stand up with it, theoretically. So the camera would be closer like this, but then you can't see the controllers, right? So it's a difficult balance to strike. I think if I'm doing this mode though, I can move it down a little bit. So let's pull it down. Don't mind the shaky camera too much. Make it a little bit bigger like that. I think that works pretty well. It is a little easier to show the standard mode versus the mouse mode. I will say that. How many USB ports? It has, I think you guys can see here, a USB-C on top, as well as a micro SD option, and then a USB on the bottom, USB-C.